Hello students, today we will complete practice set 4.4. Okay, in the previous class we have started this exercise and also I have told you what is theorem of equal ratio and how to use it. Okay, so today we will proceed to that exercise and complete it. Okay, so be ready for that. Students, you can see first question of third question. If a into y plus z is equal to b bracket z plus x is equal to c bracket x plus y, and out of a, b, c no two of them are equal, means any a, b and c nothing are equal, then we have to show that y minus z upon a bracket b minus c is equal to z minus x upon b bracket c minus a is equal to x minus y upon bracket c bracket a minus b. So basically this is given to us and this we need to prove it. Okay, so this is to prove and this is given, means we have to use this to prove this. Okay, so let us see the solution first. Okay, you can see here I have written what we need to prove and this is given to us. So by using this we are going to prove this. Now see the numerator. Here in the numerator you can see y, z, x, x, y. So in the numerator you can see only x, y and z are present here. But here you can see a, b, c is there. XYZ is okay, but ABC we have to remove this ABC. So for that purpose, to remove this A, B and C, we are going to divide each ratio by ABC. Okay, because we want ABC in the denominator, so we are supposed to divide each ratio by ABC. So let us do that. So dividing each ratio by A, B, C. So we are going to divide each of the ratios by ABC. So this is A bracket y plus z divided by ABC, B bracket z plus x divided by ABC, and here c bracket x plus y divided by ABC. Okay, now you can see you can cancel numerator and denominator if they are same. So a get cancelled, here b get cancelled, here c get cancelled. Okay, so whatever is remaining that we are going to write. So here we are having y plus z upon bc. Here we are having z plus x upon AC. Here we are having x plus y upon AB. Okay, so whatever is remaining that I have written here. Now see the next step. In the next step we are going to consider each ratio is equal to k. Okay, so this is y plus z upon BC. This is z plus x upon AC. This is x plus y upon AB. So each ratio equal to k. Okay, this equal to this equal to this equals to k. So this one is also equal to k, this one is also equal to k, and this one is also equal to k. Now the next step is we are going to use theorem of equal ratios. By theorem of equal ratios. Now see how I am going to use it. See the first ratio. In this ratio, what is there in the denominator? A bracket b minus c. And if you open this bracket, you are going to get ab minus ac. because a is going to multiply it by both. So this becomes AB minus AC. So we want here AB minus AC. So that is what we are going to do here. AB minus AC. Okay. Now what is AB minus AC? First thing is, what is AB? You can see AB means x plus y. So for AB we are going to write x plus y. Then minus sign is there. Now AC. AC means z plus x. So AC means z plus x, but minus sign is there, so put it in the bracket. Okay, again you can see AB minus AC. From where we got? From here. This is first part. To prove, first one is AB minus AC. So that is why we have taken AB minus AC. After that, what is AB? X plus y. So we have written that. Then minus sign is there, so we have taken bracket. Now AC means z plus x. Now we will simplify this and see what we are getting. Okay, so first we are going to open the bracket. So this becomes minus z and minus x. Okay, and here you can take a common. So you are going to get b minus c. Now see, this is x, this is minus x. So you can cancel out this x and minus x. So you are left with y minus z upon a bracket b minus c equals to k. Call it equation number 1. Okay, you can see this is very much similar to your first ratio. This y minus z upon a b minus c. Okay, so we got our first ratio. Similarly, we will do for second ratio, that is b bracket c minus a, and also for third ratio. Now see second ratio. What is this? BC minus BA, that is BC minus AB. Okay, so our second ratio is BC minus AB. Now what is BC? That we are going to write here. Okay, so BC is basically y plus z minus, now what is AB? AB is what? X plus y. Okay, now let us simplify this. This becomes y plus z minus x minus y. Now in the denominator you can take b common, so you are going to get c minus. Okay, here y minus y get cancelled, so you are going to get z minus x upon b bracket c minus a equals to k. This is your second ratio. Now last one is c bracket a minus b. So similarly we got this, right? Now third one is c bracket a minus b. That means AC minus BC. Okay, see, third one is what? AC minus BC. Now what is AC? Z plus x. And what is BC? Y plus z. So z plus x minus y plus z. Z plus x minus y plus z. Now let us simplify this. This is z plus x minus y minus z. Now take c common, so a minus b. Now in this case z minus z get cancelled, so you are going to get here x minus y upon c bracket a minus b, and this is also equals to k. So we are having three equations and all the equations are equal to k. So if you use equation 1, 2 and 3, so what is there in the first equation? Y minus z upon a bracket b minus c. What is there in second equation? This z minus x upon b bracket c minus c equals to your third ratio, that is x minus y upon c bracket a minus b. So in this way we have completed the proof. Okay, so let us quickly revise what we have done in this question. First, what we have done, we have written what we need to prove, and in the proof what is given to us, that we have written. Then what we did, we have divided each ratio by ABC. Why? Because we don't want ABC in the numerator, instead we want in the denominator. That is why we have divided each ratio by ABC. Now AA get cancelled here, BB get cancelled here, and CC get cancelled here. Whatever is remaining, that we have written here: y plus z BC, z plus x AC, x plus y AB. Now we have considered each ratio equals to k. Okay, because by using theorem of equal ratio, each ratio you can do operation either plus or subtraction. Now what is your first ratio? AB minus AC. So we have taken this AB minus AC, means we have subtracted third ratio and second ratio. So AB minus AC, first we have written that, and after that we have put the values of AB and AC. So AB minus AC. Then what we did, we have opened the bracket, so we got minus z minus x, x minus x get cancelled, so we are left with y minus z here, and in the denominator we have taken a common, so what is remaining? B minus C. So whatever is remaining, that we have written in the next step. So we got our first ratio, we got this first ratio. Same way we have done for this and this also. For second part we did BC minus AB. BC minus AB, right? This ratio minus this ratio, BC minus AB. Then last one is AC minus BC. So AC minus BC. So by using this we have got second and third equations, and if you use equation 2, 1, 2 and 3, you can see each ratio equals to k. So RHS is same, that means LHS will also same. So that is why we got this. Okay, and hence the proof, because we wanted to prove this. Okay, so this one was very simple. Only the thing is what, you should write it properly. You should write wherever there is need of equal to k. Don't forget that. Okay, now we will solve second part of this. First, see the question. We are given that if x upon 3x minus y minus z equals to y upon 3y minus z minus x is equal to z upon 3z minus x minus y, and x plus y plus z not equal to 0, then we have to show that value of each ratio is equal to 1. Means this ratio, this ratio and this ratio, each ratio is nothing but equal to 1. So that is what we are going to prove it. Okay, so what is given to us? This is given to us, and we need to prove each ratio is equal to 1. So let us do that. Okay, so first thing is what we have to prove. We have to prove that each ratio is equal to 1. This we need to prove. And what is given to us, that we are going to write first: x upon y upon and z upon, whatever is written, that I am going to write x upon 3x minus y minus z, y upon 3y minus z minus x, and z upon 3z minus x minus y. This is given to us. Now in the next step we are going to consider that all the ratios are equal to k. So let x upon is equal to y upon is equal to z upon. So we have written this, right? Let first raise x upon equal to y upon is equal to z upon equals to k. So this is given to us, and we have considered that each ratio equal to k. Now what we need to prove? We need to prove each ratio means what? K equals to 1, because each ratio is equal to k. You can see here, first ratio equal to k, second ratio equal to k, third also equal to k. So if we are able to prove that k equals to 1, then we are through our result. Okay, Now let us use theorem of equal ratio, and in this case we are going to add all the three ratio. Okay, so let us see how we are getting our result. So first let us use theorem of equal ratio. So by theorem of equal ratios, now in this case we are going to add all the ratios. So what is there in the numerator? X plus y plus z. Okay, you can see here. So we have taken all the numerators. Now we are going to add denominators. So first thing is what is x? So x is 3x minus y minus plus what is y? 3y minus z minus x plus what is z? 3z minus y minus x. Okay, now see the next step. Next step is what we are going to take like terms together and add it or subtract it, whatever is there. First we see the x. What is here? 3x, then minus x, and again minus x. So 3x minus x minus x, 3x minus x becomes 2x, and 2x minus x becomes x only. Okay, similarly for y, 3y minus y becomes 2y, and again minus y becomes y. Similarly for z also you can see 3z minus z minus z, so you are going to get z here. Now see, in the numerator you are having x plus y plus z, in the denominator also x plus y plus z, so you can cancel it, so you are going to get 1. Why? Because you know 2 upon 2 becomes 1. Same way, if the numerator and denominators are same, you can cancel it and you are going to get 1. So k equal to 1 we got, and you know k is what? Each ratio. So you can write your result that each ratio is equal to 1. Okay, so students, I have solved first two questions of this question number 3. Now these three questions are omitted, third, fourth and fifth, and also we are omitting question number 4, means all the questions of this page are omitted. Only you are going to solve exercise till here only. For this exercise only this much questions are there. Now in the next class we will start next exercise 4.5. okay, and if you are having any doubts you can ask me. Okay, so bye, take care.